Give me a go and I'll begin. Audio clear? Yep. It's clear. Okay, welcome back to Cel Evolve Winter Season 1 powered by Bismo Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Caster Pixie live with you guys. Playoff stage will be played on double elimination best of one format. Hello guys, this is Pixie and today we're back with
Choose your
day
agent.
5. Today we are back with day 5 of week 1, I guess. And with that we had two matches that actually weren't possible because teams weren't showing up. But this is the third match, or maybe the first match of today, that is actually being playable between Cel Evolve versus GSE Voltiak. And this is one of my favorite parts because Heaven is literally my favorite map. It's such a different map. It's such a different condition to play. You have three sides, not one, not two, but three sides. So you gotta take care of a lot. And I always say that team coordination and like team combination comes at the best on like most of the maps. But to be honest, in a map like Heaven, you have to have your gun point at the best. Your crosshair placement has to be so good and so accurate, or else you are down. So I think we are actually 20 seconds 20 seconds before we begin with the first round. But let me just make something clear, because uh, we have two teams, and we will be having Cel Evolve attacking first and GSC Volunteer defending. So to be honest, in a map like Heaven where there are three sides, it's a bit tough for the defending side, so they have 3 points to defend. But with that, we begin round number 1. One shot Radiant. They all are okay. We are seeing some movement, boys. So the poles are actually, they made a flash and they will be getting into the site. Radon is literally in such a good position. He can knock out anyone at that point. Well, what we are seeing now, Cel Evolve is actually making a movement back. Costa makes his smoke play. He goes back. He is trying to make us a little bit of a flank, but can he make that? With the first round on Costa, we have Rigoy 90. Rigoy 90 uses his ability, scans out the player. Yes, they know the location. They have enough answer. And we see a kill from Electro. And they made a trade, so it's a 4v4. But we see another kill coming from Sova. And what a way to start this game off. It's a 4v3 clash. He does the attacking side. No, it's a 2v2. What was that? Oh my god, Reyna is actually
One
eliminated.
enemy remaining.
Sova, and with that it's a 2v2. Do we see a play from Costa? No, we don't. Reyna gets a kill. It's a 1v2. It's a 1v1. What a way. Let's see who. Both of them have goals. Both of them know each other's location. Can Shafin make the clutch? Or does the defending side has the best of the attackers? What will be happening? 13 HP. Oh my god, the attackers! That was such a good first round. Oh my god, first round that actually like so fast and so quickly. But like huge props to both the team. Like it was actually a really good first round for both of the teams. But the attackers actually had a benefit of planting the spike and actually getting the first round in their score. Like 1-0, round number 2 begins. I don't think anyone's actually making a buy. Everyone's actually playing eco. So with that, we begin round number 2 with one shot. One shot is in such a good position. That Phoenix burns him. Can Phoenix get a kill? No. Oh my god, that was a great. That was 100 IQ play from Phoenix. Because Another kill from the attackers. Oh my god, it's a 5v3 situation.
Spike planted.
Does the defender side have enough to get this round back? Well, Costa has a Spectra, and I think the defending side actually has the Eco Bind. It's a 5v2 situation. It's a 5v1 situation. And with that, King gets a kill. What a kill from King. King is actually trying to get 1-by-1, but can he make a 1v4 clutch? It's really tough for someone to make a 1v4 clutch. And with that, do we see the end of King? And yes, with that, we have scored to 2-0. What a round! Like, I love the way Sova actually uses ulti, but huge props to King. His aim is actually good, but as I said, you have to have really good aim at a map like this, and you have to have really fast rotation. So I think above all, we are actually having a really good round, and let's see what happens. So with 5 seconds on the clock, we have round number 3. They are gonna make a push towards C, I think. And with that, he makes a pick. Electro makes a pick. Electro is literally trying to gather as much intel as possible while the defending sides are actually undercover. They know they will be making us bit of a push. Does Electro have enough to just make a run through the side? Sova sends up his drone. Can we see? Yes, his drone is like so useful. It gathers a lot of intel, but it gets destroyed. And the flash from Reyna comes in. So the defending side knows there is a Reyna already in cover. So let's see what's gonna happen. 1 minute on the clock with Costa actually making a good flank. Oh my god. And Costa actually, oh no, he wasn't making a flank. He was getting back to actually group up with his team and make a push. With that, we are seeing a bit of a push from the attacking side. Default making a push. But with that, what? Oh my god, Killjoy just got 2 kills. 2 really clean kills from one shot. He has so good position, and it's a 3v2 situation where Omen gets a kill, and with that, defenders get the first round after their scores. Like, you gotta agree with me in that. Like, the way that Killjoy, aka One Shot, got those 2 frags, those were so crucial because that got the entry feathers from Sodifos out of the match, like out of the round. But you gotta, yes, and you gotta also appreciate Sodifos because if they would have actually seen the Killjoy would have been no more. It was actually really lucky for Killjoy, but I'll call it a 200 IQ play from Killjoy, and what a way from Killjoy to start to get their first round on their score. With that, we begin round number 4. They make a push towards C, but no, they are actually going mid. Raiden is actually trying to gather as much intel for the defending side as possible, and we see the first contact of the game. We see a kill from the defending side, another one from Omen, another one from Raid, and we have a 4v1 situation. Can Phoenix clutch it? No! Oh my god, that round was so fast, and what a way for GSC Voltiak to get to even up the score to round number 4, 2-2 for the defaults and GSC Voltiak. King, my man, like, this dude is actually a really good stage user, and I love the way he uses his abilities. But from my perspective, I love the way Killjoy actually got those 2 kills. Like, those were so clean, and the cheeky spots he actually camped on, those were so good. Beginning round number 5, we have Reyna at such a good position. Okay, Sage making his wall at point B. We have Electro moving, and we see a kill from the attacking side. Omen actually got a kill, but Sage. Okay, we are seeing a 5v4 situation. Attackers are actually in a bit of a lead. Shafin trying to get small picks. He's trying to get more intel as possible for his team. Can he do that? No, he can't, because there ain't any player at that specific spot where he's looking. His entire team is probably trying to rotate to A, but Shafin might actually make a good flank from B. Let's see what happens. Kuro's trying to make a rotate. Can Kuro get a kill? He is in a really good spot, but he doesn't. And with that, we see another kill coming from the defending side, but Shafin makes a trade. Another kill from Kuro, and with that, it's a 3v3 situation for both the teams. Ridoy makes his ulti, and his ulti actually wasn't of much use, but we see a kill from the defending side, Reina. What a kill from Reina. Electro moves back. Kuro, oh my god, one shot got another kill on Phoenix, and with that, the defenders are 3 rounds, and so defaults are on 3. Wow, like the score was actually 2-0. Now GSC Voltiak has 1 round are 1 round ahead of so default.
It was a good round from the defenders because they were a man down beginning of the round, but they held the sites and they didn't let the attackers enter the site, and so they took the attackers one by one down, and hence they got the round.
And with that, we begin round number 5. Round number 6. Okay, we have another commentator slash killer. Like he has so good game sense. He's gonna help me out here too. So with that, we begin round number 6 with both the teams colliding to B. The attackers are actually making their way to B, and with that, they begin the next round. Omen Kuro makes his splash break. He gets a kill. Fizz gets a kill, and Omen gets a kill. It's a 4v1 situation for Phoenix. Can Phoenix counter it? Does Electro has enough? It's a 1v3 situation. Electro's trying to make a rotation. He's trying to make it. And can he get a flag? Can he get a kill? He gets a kill. No, he doesn't. What a round clash, right? Like, what a round.
It was an eco for the attacker. So, they getting 2 frags was a good thing for them. Because since they bought SMGs and all, then yeah, that was actually good for them, but the defenders actually got all of the attackers down, but in process they lost 2 of their players, so it's a win-win for both. But let's see what they can do now, since both the teams can buy up to their rifles.
And with that, we begin round number 7 with both the teams having a full buy on the entire team, and Raiden actually tries getting small peeks at the enemy team and gets intel, but he moves back as soon as possible. Costa's trying to get intel too. He's making small peeks. He is in a really good position if someone actually makes a rush from that side, and Costa is literally gonna bury that dude down.
But we see it's a very passive play from Sword Defaults, and they're pushing to mid, but the spike is still at their spawn pretty much, but they're going for frags, trying to get intel before they push to a site, because pushing to a site at first hasn't been successful from the past few rounds for them.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, yeah, they have been actually trying to play. Oh, we get a kill from Raiden. What a kill from Raiden from the defending side. And that was he used his ability at the perfect time that I actually gave him.
But it's a execution from the attackers. The Phoenix actually distracted the defenders, which allowed his teammates to plant a egg. Now it's a 4v5 retake for the defenders.
So that was actually a smart play from Phoenix. He actually was a distraction, and we see a kill coming from the attacking side. It's a 4v4. And oh my god, it's literally what just happened?
It was a very good retake from the defenders, because we see them taking players down one by one, and each of them got different players got frags on different players standing holding different angles, because like we didn't see one player getting that many frags. They all of them looked at different angles and they all got the frags, which eventually led for a 3v1 for the attacking Omen, which he couldn't hold on to. It was a very good retake from GSC.
Exactly. If I'm not wrong, they actually got 3 kills in like 2 seconds. Wow, what a way to just take the retake. So well done. Like, that was a really organized and a well played move from GSC Voltiak. And with that, we begin round number 8 with Raiden. Okay, this thing about Raiden, he has really good defending positions. Like, he holds positions so well, but we see a kill coming from Tafi. We see a trade from the defending team, Jack, and yes, and with that, Kuro's moving back. Killjoy makes his move. He is putting down his ulti. Kuro is trying to make his picks. He is moving into the side. He uses his ability. He makes the flash, and Sage actually got the revive. What a way! It's a 4v4 situation, and we see a kill coming from one shot. It's a 4v3 situation. Can the attacker actually cut up the round?
For them, but it's open. Let's see what we can do. So confused. They get the diffusion now. It's
Wow, that was so good.
so and even though the defenders tried to play for a retake using Killjoy Assault and the Sage resurrected, making it 4v4, but since the plan was very open and there were 3 players long, so the attackers they had an open plan for which was preferred to them, which helped them to get the round on their favor. The defenders just couldn't defuse the bomb even through the whole smokes by the Jet and the Omen.
Exactly, I can disagree. You know the thing about the defenders, they are actually planting their bombs in such spots where it's totally open for the entire defender team. Like it's so tough to actually make retakes. And wow, what a way to just get that done with a really smart play from the default. We begin the next round with Phoenix using his ulti. He moves forward, he makes a move, but that wasn't actually of much of a use, but he at least gathered some intel for his team. The attacking side actually is planting the spike and he plants it. Shafin makes a move. Shafin is actually in such a good spot. Can he make a play? And no, Costa gets the kill. One shot gets the kill. And with that, Omen makes another play. It's a 4v1. Killjoy, one shot clutch it. And no, he can't. Etalcar get that 4th round up the sleeve. Wow,
It was a echo from the defenders, so get them pushing and for going for a retake was a good call because since they were on an eco, they tried to take the players down, and just like the attackers did before, taking 2 players out, the defender do the same. So they're back on level terms by having rifles, but the defenders having a lead on the attackers. But since both of them are going head to head on each other, we can never say who is going to dominate whom. As of yet.
Exactly, I can't disagree.
We see a C push. They're going for C aggression, the attackers, while the C side, there is no committed defender there. The attacking defender uses his ultimate to check C side and it's clear. But the Reyna gets 2 frags on the players pushing garage, and now it's going to be a hard push from the attackers.
Last player standing.
Okay, and it's up to the Jet now only, and he's taken down as well, and that's the round for the defenders, 6-4 in favor of GSC Voltiak.
That was actually a really good. That was actually a really fast round from like GSC. Like they actually had like really good positions from to the side, and they actually made
trigger
really fast
discipline
rotations.
though by the Reyna because he hit to the smoke and he waited for the attackers to push through garage to enter C side, and without having the control of garage, a C execute is actually very hard. And when the Reyna saw that 2 attackers are passing through, he took them down, which was a huge advantage for the defenders, and they got the round.
No, I can't disagree with you, Flash. Like the defenders actually, like the thing about GSC Voltiak, they always do really fast and really efficient rotations. And we see the first contact where attackers starting to get the kill. Can Costa get a kill? No, one shot actually eliminated Costa. What a way to actually make the retake. It's a 2. Oh my.
Last round before the switch.
4 attackers. All by himself. It was a well played round by the Killjoy.
But I won't lie, the attackers actually made a really big mistake of like gathering up at one point. That's why Reyna could actually capitalize on his flash. He actually made a really good flash play on the previous round, and that actually helped the entire team to capitalize on the attack. So that was actually a really smart play from Reyna.
Even though Shafin made his entry, but they couldn't still get the side. So it was very unfortunate for the attacker. We see a C push from the attackers, and the Phoenix has the spike, but he still hasn't planted. The defender Killjoy uses her ult, and attackers have the side, but they are not yet committing it. They're waiting for the user ult to finish, which is up. Maybe the attackers are trying to plan somewhere else because
Okay, what a
okay,
kill from Sova. Like that was actually
yeah,
a really aimed up
they
kill
do
from
know
him.
the C is clear, but they know the Omen is at CT, so they rotate to A. But the attackers already have the round, which ends at 7-5
Switching
on halftime,
sides.
where GSC Voltiak have the lead.
Okay, this is probably the only event of match I actually found in the entire tourney yet, because I have been watching the every single matches from the beginning of the tournament till this point, and this is by far one of the most challenging slash one of the most competitive
Here.
match yet.
Here.
I think we
Yeah,
can
I
agree
agree
to
with
that
you,
slash. Like
NooVikings.
that is okay, so with that, I think we will be moving to the next one. But I will let you know something, Flash. Like I love the way that GSC Voltiak have their like team coordination. They are actually really good with their team plays and stuff. So
See,
they
they're stacking
can.
up with A.
Enemy killed.
Win trades and trades happening everywhere. Shafin takes down one, but in process, the defenders lose 3 players and the attackers only lose one.
Spike
And that's
planted.
it. The Hero 90 is all by himself now, and he's also taken down. It's a good push and entry by the attackers, and they get the round on their hand.
And I think that was the first round after the rotation, right? That was actually the first round after the rotation that the attackers actually made a play. So that was actually a really good first round after the rotation coming from the attacker side, aka GSC Volitech. But like, you gotta appreciate the way that Soul Default actually played. Wait, are we actually seeing a force buy from Raiden? He actually bought a Phantom on the second round. That is actually not common, but let's see what happens.
He's pretty confident going through this round. And he's going to push through garage, but you see the Phoenix flash. Everyone is flash, but he's still taken down. We see
He's
going to
getting
see
ready
a
to
garage push by the attackers. They're all taking up the garage, and Costa is going to have a huge play, and he's taken down as well by the Reina. Okay, but she's taken down, and but the plan goes on at C side. It's a 4v2, 4v3 as we speak now, but the attackers are getting down the plan, but in process it's a 1v2 now, and the defenders get the defuse, they get the round. It was a very risky thing for Raiden to buy a rifle now, and since they lost the round on this second round, it's going to be very difficult for them to buy up now. The defenders have won the second round, even though they lost the pistol round.
I think they are actually gonna make an eco play right now, cause no, they aren't. Wait, are they actually making? Yes, they are actually making a semi-eco play right now, because Raiden actually made a really big mistake about purchasing a Phantom that actually gave him such a bad position. That actually made his economy so low that he actually has to play with a ghost this round while the defending side is actually on a full buy.
Voltiak are gonna go for an eco whereas defaults are gonna buy up SMGs and 2 phantoms. Let's see where they're going to commit to garage, where the Phoenix hide behind the box, and it's checked. Oh, okay, the Dead gets a very good frag. She also has her ult, so maybe we could see her using it because her team was on an eco. Maybe she's being healed up to 80. Okay, she knows someone. He and just before she's taking her down, it's a crossfire setup. So, but in the end, the Omen is taken down, and it's a B plan for the attackers. The Sage gets up a wall, but it's broken down. The attackers are stacked up with B, and it might be a hard retake for defaults, but they have the gun. Let's see what they. Oh, it's a good shot by Shafin. He pushes in, and he knows the Sova is a good shot guard. They know the Reina's here, and it's a 3v1 now. One shot. Let's see what he can do with his ghost. He's gonna wait. He has a trigger discipline. He takes down one, but ultimately the defuse is going to happen. And it was a good eco actually from GSC Voltiak because they were on hard pistols, but they managed to take down 3 SMGs from solo default. but Cel Evolve get the round, which was more important for them. They needed it to eventually go for a comeback against GSC Voltiak. We're gonna see both teams buy up the rifles now, and the Killjoy is maybe going to go for info at A, while the rest push up to grass. The Omen has heard footsteps, so maybe he's falling back to cover. Okay, they're going to push for B, and Kuro is gonna get one frag, but the Omen gets another, but Reina also gets a refrag on the Omen. And they have to rotate now, so default, because the
Spike planted.
Reader 90 using some shock darts. Going to use the Owl drone for info. He's gonna miss it. He knows one is to his left, but he has to fall back. He has to wait for his team to come back.
Yeah,
Shafin,
I cannot disagree with you. Like Shafin is actually in a really good position. Can he make a pick? Can he actually make a pick? But Reyna actually kept.
the Reina
Reyna
gets
got
two frags. Well
Oh my
played.
god.
Well played by GSC Voltiak, because it was a good push from them. They also had the side, and they saw default could not go for a proper retake on that side.
I cannot disagree to you. Like, Storyforce is actually making a really like. They are actually playing really passive, but that passiveness is actually causing a lot of problems for them. For example, right there, Shafin could have actually made a weird rotation. Could have actually made a rotation and actually capitalized on the point. But what he did was he made a really predictable pick on the enemy that the enemy team was actually aiming at the same specific spot. And with that, we begin the next round with Vidor 90 actually making a move.
Recon and knows they're in A. Shafin gets one, but he could not get the second one. Reina gets a refrag on him, and the attackers there still is viewers. One Killjoy is that long. Electro gets one on the Omen. He's flanking and he gets one in the flank, and he knows there's more, but he's going for peek and he's going to die eventually. He didn't have to go for that aggressive peek, but now there's a res coming by the Sage and they're going to fall back. But we have Costa on the flank as well. Let's see what he can do. He's gonna fall back. He knows they're going to rotate and come back. The Omen flashes to make him fall back, and he has gone to C side all the way.
There.
Attackers are at window now, but the Reina's still at A. He's still hoping someone's going to push so that he can get a frag. But GSC Voltiak are still on a man advantage due to the Sage res. They see B, there's no one at B, but they're going to go for a C push now as the flash and the smoke comes in. Okay, Costa's got his cage up. He's trapped where they know it's a C push. All of the defenders are rotating all the way back. But they have to play for a retake because the spike's already planted. Costa, you need to find this. Okay, he knows one's going long, but he's not going to get. Oh, he gets the kill there. It's a very good frag by Costa. So the attackers, they have to play passive now. Redo 90. Let's see if he can spot the Reina at sight. Okay, now he knows there's a Reina at sight. He's not going to take the Reina down, but it's a refrag coming from Axis 20, and okay, that's a really good play because the Omen gets the first frag on the defending Omen. As on the Cypher, as the Omen gets the refrag, the Sage comes out to get the other refrag on him, which eventually gets the point. There's a round point for GSC Voltiak. It's a very good head-to-head match between both teams, but it's just those little errors, just slightest of mistakes that the teams are making, which are causing them round. Shafin and Anmos, they're popping off for their team, but even if they're popping off, they need to play as a team, and some of the team plays from both teams have not been well. Okay, the Jet falls back, knowing the Omen is at the window. And Shafin takes down Raiden. So it's a man advantage for short defaults. Let's see what they're gonna do now. The attackers they're trying to go for an A. We have Reina at Sewers. Okay, Sova uses his outrun. Let's see if he can spot the barrel of Killjoy. No, he's gonna miss it. He's completely going to miss it. And he's gonna. Oh no, no, he sees the Killjoy and his recon. He uses his recon, but he's down there, and now they know it's an A play. Shafin pushes it in. Shafin, no, he's not going to get the frag on Killjoy. Electro uses his ult to get one down, so it's a 3v3 now. Let's see what they can do. Sage going to use her wall, but the defenders are going to break it. Unmore is going to hide in the smoke. He knows one's going to come out. King gets the frag on Electro. Omen uses his TP, but they know he's somewhere near. They're all hiding inside. Also, I think he's going to get the frag on the Omen. But do they know the Reina is so close to them?
One enemy.
No, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know, and they're not gonna check. And that's the round for GSC Voltiak. It's a good crossfire hold by the attackers because they both were holding the angles because they knew they were on the defend. They knew the defenders were on CT. And it's 11-7 for GSC Voltiak. And so defaults, they need to come up with something different because every time the attackers are pushing in one side, but they rotate as well. Costa is not having a good day, easy. We see, oh, it's one shot gets the frag on Shafin, and that's the pressure. That's the pressure. So defaults are facing every round. They're on an eco, and losing a man down early on the round is kind of hard for them. Let's see, Rido 90 using an outrun. He knows there are multiple A. Okay, so maybe he's going, yeah, he's going to use it all. He's going to push them away, but they're still at A long, and he's going to use a shock dart in Sewers, and now they don't commit. They're going to rotate, and Ask his twin. He knows there's multiple B window. He's gonna get one. Oh, he's dinked the Killjoy. The Killjoy is low, but the Sage is going to heal the Killjoy up. And now Costa knows they're going to push C. Let's see, can he hold them off? They've pushed C. They know one's long, and he's not going to get the spike diffuse spike planted down, and it's a 4v2 against Saw defaults. Either he takes down the turret, and they've held very good crossfires, the attackers. It's going to be very hard to take for Saw defaults. Oh, the recon. It's for Electro, but they see no one in there. The Killjoy's alarm bot goes on. They know one CT, and they see the barrel of him. Okay, Electro, Rido gets one down. That's Reina's flanking. Reina's flanking hard on him. He gets a frag. Oh, the Rido gets the frag on him, and he's going to save the Vandal because they were on eco, and the attackers still keep their AWP and the rifle on them. But since Saw defaults were on an eco, it was a good round on them, but losing round now is going to be very costly for them because they can't afford to lose another round, or it's on match point already. They have to buy up. They have to force it up. With the economy, they can buy up, but it will be difficult for them. Shafin is going to go on the op. He has to get the frags, and they can't afford to lose a player down early on, or it's going to spell doom for Saw defaults. And Shafin knows they're going to stack up at B window. They're going to go for a peek because they have their op. Let's see. Killjoy is going to bait the turret, but Shafin's going to miss the shot. And they stack up at A. Electro, he knows they're at A. He's going to fall back. And as we see, the Jet using her ult pushes the garage, and it takes Costa down. And that's what I was talking about. So default, they cannot afford to lose a man down early on the round. They lose the player down. Oh, Shafin misses a shot, and Radiant gets the frag on Shafin. It's 3v5, and things are not going well for Saw defaults now. Rido 90 and Electro on A, and Ask is 20 at B on his own with low health. It does not seem good. Reina is on her ult. He's going to be taken down, but Rido also gets one frag down. It's a 4v2 retake. Oh, okay. Radiant gets 4 in that round, and it's all up to Rido 90. He has to go for a 1v3 clutch, and the Sage wall is not on his side. He's taking some time. They know he's at A. They're waiting for his flank. His recon is still not available yet, and he has not much time. He's going to
Revealing
use the
area.
recon for info. He knows the
There they
Reina is
are.
at site. Oh, he knows the Omen is at
Attackers
site, but he
win.
takes him down, and it's 13-7 for GSC Voltiak as they take down So Defaults. It was a very good game, but GSC Voltiak were the better side. As we see the scoreboard, the frags were going good. The Reina, especially for Jesse Voltek, he had very good entries, and so did Raiden. Shafin, on the other hand, was also good in entries as he has 4 first bloods. But as we see, the retakes for Jesse Voltek were a bit better than for Saw Defaults because they could take the sites and when they were defending JC Voltek, but Saw Defaults they had a bit difficulty. Mainly the problem Saw Defaults had was they had a man down early on a few rounds, which caused them to play on a man short and eventually cost them the round. But all in all, the game was pretty tight. Both teams had excellent display of fragging and tactics, but in the end, GSC Voltek were the better side and hence won the game. Thank you to thank you for watching this game. My co-host Pixie is not available now, and I'm Clash, and this is the game of today where Jesse Voltek won against Saudi Falls.
Choose your agent.
They have the first round on board. That was a good retake because there were players all around Exceeli, one on flank, two screens, and one from Haven, which could get that job done for them. We see Fancy 9 stacking up on a Cypher, setting up his trap wires and his cages, while we see Zolo going mid, holding it, and
Yes, this should do.
Omen and Rage playing B,
This is a
and
nice
Phoenix helping the Reyna at A Heaven, while the attackers, they're gonna go for a mid attack, we could say, having the spike. Let's see. Attackers are gonna go for a eco. SRV is traded off as he gets a frag on Imagine. Mog gets the headshot on him. It's a very good kill from him. And Mog gets another right click. He gets 2 on this round. He heals him up. And Yuri and Barry X are gonna push up ramps. And they're gonna see ramps is clear. But Zolo takes 2 down in mid and the spikes drop and Missile knows they're in ramps. They're in vents. But he has a nade which is awfully wrong. Phoenix flashes out. He flashes Zolo but Zolo gets the frag. And Yuri is stuck alone. Missile misses his shot but Yuri is on 7 health only and on a right click. He knows the Cypher is behind him because he heard him. And he tries for a shot but Missile gets him down and he's 2 on board for Exceeli. It was a good...
As a round, that was really good from
Yeah.
mistake. They didn't buy a single thing. With
That goes there.
They did a lot of damage to Exceeli, and if you consider Exceeli as a team,
This goes
it's,
here.
pretty good against it's really good.
Definitely agree with you. And as a fact that Mog gets 2 kills in mid and it was building pressure on Exceeli but Exceeli get around and the attackers are stacking up B and Missile is in trouble and he's going to take down by Yuri, but H2 gets 2 frags on B and Barrix takes it down. It's a 3v3 situation. SRB is going to flash out but gets no one and he's stacked Omen, but Barrix takes it down and they have the set. Oh no, Zolo comes out and gets the frag. It's a 2v2 situation. Awaken is going to get the bomb down. It's gonna be a retake. Fancy9 gets a headshot on Walk. And Fancy9 gets another one on Awaken. It's round for Exceeli again. The entry was good.
Oh my god, that was really good from Exceeli. Like Fancy did a really good job. Retaking the flag. Solo had also a very good position, so it was a very good try from Mistake. So I think we can see a full buy right now. Oh no, they don't have enough. So Exceeli is gonna full buy.
They're gonna go for full buy. They're gonna probably go for SMG buy or Eco.
Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there.
I think that's what they're going for right now. I think with Esports pistol they did a really good damage.
They crash against our wall.
They can hard economy of Exceeli is pretty good.
Get out of my way!
That's
stacked up
really
at A.
aggressive setup right now
Yeah.
with 3 duelists, so that's really aggressive from them.
Yuri's gonna miss his shot as Zolo has a headshot on him. Barrix spots the Phoenix, but Zolo gets another one down. And so does SRBs. That is going everywhere. SRBs gets another headshot. They know the Sage is here. Maw gets a frag, but he's not gonna get any more as he's taken down by Zolo. It's a very clean round from Exceeli, even though Maw got a frag. It was a good round coming from Mystic, even though they were on EQ, they had a frag. But Exceeli just dominating the round as they wiped out the attacker one by one.
Solo and SRV got all of the frags right there. They pushed
Yeah.
really far into the attacking side position. Like, and one of the most important thing is that like they're playing really aggressively, and Solo is hitting each and every shot, and Fancy as well.
See a mid push coming from the attackers, and Missile knows because his boombot has been taken down. Let's see if they're gonna go passive Exceeli because they have been very aggressive till now. Zolo waits for the smoke to disappear. Meanwhile, there's being shots at B main. We see Yuri pushing up, but he's not yet going to commit. Okay, so SRB is just going to go with his ult. He's gonna push in, his snatches and gets Yuri down. That's one up for him. He's gonna take 2 down. Match MVP is also down as well. And that goes his ult. Hate Crew and SRB are setting up for a double flag. Barrix is taking one down while Zolo takes one down in mid. Barrix takes another one down. It's a good cleanup by him. But Zolo knows this one. That's a good shot by Mog. He raises one up as well, and now it's all up to Fancy9. It's going to be a bit difficult for him, but they're gonna stack up mid. They're gonna go right
30
into
seconds left.
Fancy9's crosshair. Let's see if he can get one down. No, he's going to fall back. He's going to fall back at the wrong moment, and he's taken down. It's a round for Mystic and a good one because Barry X took 2 down at B main.
How unlucky can you be? Fancy, like he just turned around and they pushed him right there. So very unlucky from Fancy9, and it was his first death on this match. So Barry X was really good on the last round was because of his massive 2k on the B side and another one in mid. They got their first round. Let's see if they can get more.
Luck
team has
and
right now.
fortune on Mystic, but let's see if they can get the second round on board.
Match MVP is not having a good match right now, but he's okay with that.
But he's playing Cypher. Maybe he's going to turn things around when he goes defending. You can never say. Oh. Yuri takes 2 down though. It's 2v3 now. In favor of Exceeli though.
SRV is there and Worm is on Exceeli's side. Let's see if they can clutch this out.
The spike is dropping. It's not in a good position for Mystic. They know Missile's boombot tells them there's one at ramps. Phoenix though puts up his wall.
They can maybe recover the bomb if they want to.
They can, but no, SRVs is not gonna let it let me go
One
that
enemy
easily.
remaining.
They're gonna take one more down, but Barry takes one down, and SRVs takes the siege down, and that's 5 on board for Exceeli.
SRV is on fire right now as a Phoenix player. He's hitting his shots really well, and Zolo and everyone is playing good on Exceeli side. Barry X is playing very good, and Yuri is also giving a lot of impact with Mock as well. Like Havocan and Match MVP needs to do something for it.
Yeah, but when Zolo's going crazy like this, it's going to be very hard to go against Zolo crazy.
It's also playing really aggressive, and that's really difficult for Mystic to like.
But we have
Stop
to
them.
understand, Split is a very defensive-sided map. So even if attackers get a few rounds on Split, it could be favorable for them. But Exceeli popping shots like this is going to be very hard for Mystic to play against. Okay, Exceeli completely gave up A side because they know Mystic stacked up on B, and most of them are at B main. Mog is gonna put up his wall, but they're not going to commit now. They're still wandering around. Variax is waiting for someone to peek, someone to come into his crosshair, but none comes up. And Fancy is going to miss a shot. Awaken gets one frag, and now Mystic are going to take mid control, but Zolo and Missile is there. Zolo gets one down, as I say, but Mog gets him down.
Very good trade from Mock right there. 3v4 situation right now, but Sans think.
Match
30
MVP
seconds
is
left.
very low on health. Let's see. Okay, we're going to see rotations coming from Exceeli, but they're still not sure where the spike is. And Mystic don't want to give a clue about it. Omen is going to check B side with his spike. He knows one is at city. They don't have the time. They need to get the frag. No, SRV is
10
going to
seconds
get the
left.
frag, and that A2 gets one more on Barry X, and that's
One enemy
probably
remaining.
the round. They don't have time. Match MVP is going to save. He's very low.
Because SRV knew what Mystic was trying to do, and he had a very good position to cancel out the Omen's ultimate. That was really good from SRV. Big win move coming out of SRV. Get the IGL of Cel right there. So I
The
think,
IGL is showing his brains. It was a very good play because he knew the Mystic didn't have time. They had to plant, and they could not take SRVs down, and the round goes in favor for Exceeli. 6-1 they go as the lead. They're going to stack up with A
Get out of
though.
my way.
SRV stacked B. That was the right call, and they only found a huge call. Mock and others are trying to push inside. And to the side. Mock
Everyone is stacking up with A. It's going to be a chaos there. Fancy 9 gets match MVP down. Mog gets Fancy 9. This trade being everywhere. Mog gets 8-2 down.
One enemy
Zolo
remaining.
is on his ult, and Missile takes Mog down. Yes, see, Yuri's on his ult. Can he do anything? No, he used up his ult.
love to do some damage.
Oh,
my God.
Missile nails his own teammate. No, SRB gets Yuri down though, but the round could have gone anywhere. Everyone was fighting each other, and we saw Missile take down Zolo, but the round ends up in favor for Exceeli.
Right click from Yuri, and unfortunately, missiles. What is that called? Like missiles.
Missile's own
getting-
nade ends up killing his own teammate. Even though the score is 7-1, heavily in favor of Exceeli, but the match isn't quite like that. It's been very close till now. But it's just for a little bit unfortunate events for Mystic. They're not getting the rounds.
I think a match MVP and it's to do something for that team because
Match MVP needs to step up.
and with buy like this, I don't think they can get this round. But hope for the best.
SRV is holding a very close angle, and they know they're on equal. He's going to use his ult. He's going to force them to fall back. Tapwire is not going to do anything. He's going to take the Phoenix down, but oh no, Zolo takes Yuri down, and He's going nuts.
Low, but got it.
Missile takes one more down. He knows the stage is close.
One enemy
Wow,
remaining.
Mog
Oh
is
my
too
God.
fragged, but he's made it down. Match MVP is stuck. He knows they're going to put for him. He's going to hold an off angle, but he's going to take frag down.
Not gonna
SRV
be able to
ace.
kill him,
Give me a
man.
corpse.
Like he's on 0-8.
Give me a
That's
corpse.
really bad.
Match
Like,
MVP
as a
not
Cypher,
killing
I think-
himself.
Yep. As a Cypher, he will be really strong, but the confidence level is really
It's
low
very
for
low.
him.
Yes, I completely agree with you. He's not feeling very well now, is he? The
think he can
Mystics are
come
gonna
back.
stack up A, but let's hope Mystic can come back from this. I mean, anything can happen in Valorant.
And one of the more important things is that like the Mystic is always stacking up. They're not splitting. They're not faking.
Yeah, that's a good factor you said there.
SRB is pretty much that where you think it's gonna go.
Last player
Oh
standing.
my god, Solo! He's crazy! He just gets 3 headshots like nothing. Yuri misses his shot and he's going to be taken down. The lineup for Mystic, that was just too much. He just popped heads off like it was nothing. And even though Yuri ran out of bullets, he couldn't just take down Fancy 9. Zolo was just crazy there. And
So Yuri
that
got
was...
a trade, but he's just too late.
Yeah.
Killed 3 of them before Yuri got the trade. So Mystic needs to trade efficiently, otherwise they can't like get rounds from Exceeli in defense.
Six,
Exceeli is
they
really
have
strong.
to change their strats. They're just taking up a site and actually they just rotate so fast. Oh, there's a missile also going to come out, but Yuri takes him down. HQ takes Mog down though. HQ is gonna fall back. He knows.
You're dead!
Ult's being used everywhere. Barryax is gonna push up.
Use his ult right there.
He's not gonna use his ult yet. Zolo is gonna take a frag, but he's gonna fall back. Yuri is going to hit down a HQ. Zolo, 1, 2. Zolo. This man is unstoppable now. He can another headshot. Oh my god, Zolo. You are crazy. And SRV Ace is going to take the last one down. Zolo, you are going.
Last
You are
round
just
in the half.
blowing them off. You need to calm down. 18-8. He is just popping heads off, and he's just being too much for Mystic to handle now. Even though they're trying really good, Mystic are trying their best, but it's just that constantly Exceeli are popping heads off and off.
Mystic is doing the same thing each and every time. They're like 5 stacking in one
Now
side.
we see them stack off. They're not faking. They just stack on site and they're gonna push. And they're just gonna fall onto the hands of the defenders. Zolo takes one down again.
Full one, other.
Yuri is going to have to force to fall back in cover, and he's going to be traded out again. Another one for. Oh my god, Zolo's on the ace! Can he do it? Can he do it? You know it's the ace for Zolo. Oh my god, this guy is just inhumane now. He's
Switching
just
sides.
ripping Mystic off. My god, Zolo.
Zolo is dismantling Mystic Excel Mystic right now. Oh my god. And SRV is also playing really good, but Zolo is not.
Yeah.
Right now.
SRV is playing really well, but Zolo is running the show. You can't just stop him. He's just unstoppable now.
Zolo and SRV is getting each and every frag like missile, Fancy, and Hitsu is like one
Then-
side.
You're doing the work for me.
Tighten our defenses.
Let's see if match MVP can come back in defense.
Oh, Exceeli is gonna stack up with B and match MVP. It's time to shine, boy. It's your time. Okay, Exceeli is not yet going to push. They know the cage isn't for them. They don't know the stage is close. They're gonna fall back.
They're fake. They're fake, and yes, you need to do
Yeah,
that.
that's a good thing by Exceeli to do. Yuri is going to fall back to vents to A. But as I see, SRVs is waiting for a rotating player from mid to peek just to get off, while others are going to stack up and they're going to rush. Missile is not stopping. He has a spike. He's going to go all the way just to plant in cover. The plant is going to go down for Exceeli. They have the site, and it's going to be a retake for Mystic. And SRV is in a very good position. He knows he's gonna get one. No, he's not going to get. Oh my god, very good frag. Mystic are gonna very good retake. They get the retake down, and Mystic are gonna get the round. It was a really good retake. I thought SRV is going to get someone down from heaven, but he is taken down.
Yeah, that was a really good flank, but it
Retake.
didn't work out for his
Yeah, it was a really good flank, but it just didn't work out for him.
But Mystic played really well. Like matching really got the first pick of match. So it's really
It's not too. Let's not just count off match MVP now. He's on his side now. Let's see if he can shine. Let's hope for it if he can shine.
Oh,
Cypher
this
is
is a
doing
nice
his
spot.
setup on B side, so he's gonna
Yes,
hold
this
B
should do.
real good. And Mark is playing on mid. Let's see if they can hold Exceeli one more
It's
time.
an interesting setup by Exceeli because they're not going to stack up a side like Mystic did. They're gonna play. Oh no! Mock is two down! What a play by Mock! They were surprised! You can already see the chat. He was not ready, H crew for that.
Who is saying what? WCH.
Oh, he was bamboozled by the play. Barry X. He's going to get the frag. Oh, Mock just cleared the round. 4 kills on the judge. What a play by Mock. He just ripped Exceeli on their eco. Well played, Mock. That was a good round for Mystics. It was a very good setup.
Really,
Yes.
effectively, like he was playing with the
He-
wall and
He was hiding in the smoke with his wall, and Exceeli had no clue. Was just hiding there. He waiting for them to just to die under his judge. Maybe
one
now
tap
we're gonna see
SRV
Exceeli to
and
stack up.
also on that mid position. Let's see if SRV can do something. Now that with the full buy, they can like they have a really good advantage.
Stack up. Push. Yeah, the trade's happening. Fancy gets 1 frag. Hate Crew is gonna get A clear, and that's the plan for Exceeli. 4v2 retake for Mystic. Let's see if they can. Okay, Mock has a sheriff on hand.
2v4 situation right now.
Oh no, the weapon are not in favor of Mystics, and they're being flanked.
Player standing.
Missiles are taken down, and Zolo takes match MVP down.
So match point for Exceeli right now, and
Match
Mystics
point.
do something right now, or it's over for them. They have another chance in loser bracket, so there is hope. Let's see if they can come back from this. Okay. So Missile got their frag on box, opening frag. Let's see. Avakin got a equal trade on SRV Ace. So it's a 4v4 situation right now. They're pushing mid, and SRV is right there. Fancy got the trade on Barry X. Zolo got the frag on Awaken. That's 2v3 situation right now in favor of Exceeli.
Last player
Oh
standing.
my god, Zolo one tap on right there. So one situation right now. Let's see if Yuri can do something for his team. Zolo, Yuri will meet Zolo, I think, in heaven.
Spike planted.
Yuri is checking
Blocking
each and
sight.
every corner. And Yuri gave away his position right
Blocking
there.
sight.
Zolo is completely ready.
Nailed.
Oh no, Zolo wasn't ready for Yuri on that side. He faked it really well. And 1v2 situation, let's see if he can clutch.
One enemy remaining.
One dude, okay. Yuri gets a wall back. He doesn't know. He doesn't know Fancy's situation, and it was a very close round, but Exceeli shut it off. Yuri got a really nice frag, but he did not know the Cypher's position, and eventually Fancy 9 took him down. And that's the round for Exceeli, and they get the win. It was a really good game.
Last round was really good for from Yuri because it was a 1v3 situation. Yuri got 2 frags, and last one he almost had the idea where offensive was, but he couldn't kill him in time. So that was a really good try from Mystic, and they have another chance in losers bracket. So we'll see them how they can perform in lower bracket. So today, I think this is it for today. I think there is no match, and we'll be back tomorrow. So glad you can end this.
Yeah, it was a really good game on both sides, but Zolo was popping off the match, and that was pretty a big factor for today's win for Exceeli. And in the end, Exceeli, we would not say they dominated, but they were really good and a good. Mystic tried to put up a good fight, but in the end, Exceeli were the better team with a better play, and hence they won the game. And that's
Uh,
all it for today. Thank you.